also strangles him after the initial attack shows just how much he didn't want Clifford to regain consciousness.
Several of the investigators believe that the killer used something like a pair of pliers to gain such strength. It was never certain what was used to kill the victim.
Linda's murder is particularly brutal. She is assaulted and raped and then strangled with a leather cord.
This crime scene reveals an element of a cover-up. The windows of both bedrooms are open. The thermostat is at its lowest setting, and there's a bowl of ice cubes left next to Linda's body. Perhaps the killer did this to give himself time before the body is discovered, or maybe to conceal the time of death.
It's critical to establish the time of death for eliminating suspects or evaluating their alibis. This could provide another clue for investigators. Someone who puts this much time and effort into concealing the time of death or slowing decomposition is trying to distance himself from the crime or establish an alibi.
Investigators are faced with numerous challenges, and one more is about to be revealed. Linda's mother tells police that when she arrived, the table had been set for 3. The 3 place settings especially interest investigators. With no sign of forced entry, a struggle, or anything of value missing, it's likely the killer is someone the Bernhardts know.
The mysterious dinner guest has to be one of the last people to see the young couple alive.
The location of the crime scene is in Billings Heights, which makes Yellowstone County responsible for the investigation. But from the beginning, Billings police worked collaboratively with the county police to solve the double murder. Billings is the largest city in Montana. About 100,000 people live in the community when Linda and Clifford built their new home and settled on the outskirts of Billings Heights. Nicknamed the Magic City because of its rapid growth and economy, Billings began as a railroad town in 1882. Though it's a bustling city, it also offers a lot to those who enjoy nature, wildlife, and getting away from it all. Billings is a gateway to the Yellowstone National Park and the Little Bighorn Battlefield National Monument. The Bernhardts spend much of their time working. Clifford works at a concrete company, while Linda stocks shelves at a grocery warehouse. Here, she has many co-workers and acquaintances.
To those who know them, the Bernhardts are a very content couple. They are childhood sweethearts who are very devoted to each other.
Linda and Clifford begin dating in junior high and marry 2 years after graduating from high school. Linda's sister, Kelly Reich, remembers that once the couple met, they were always together. You never saw Linda without Cliff.
Clifford serves in Cambodia and Vietnam with the 1st Cavalry Division until he is released in 1971. During his military service, he achieves the rank of sergeant and is awarded a Purple Heart.
After 4 years of marriage, the couple build a home together in Billings Heights.
Investigators canvass the neighborhood.
The Bernhardts' murder greatly impacts their neighborhood. Residents of Billings Heights aren't accustomed to violent crime, especially a double murder.
The neighborhood was considered safe, but now people are starting to lock their doors.
Billings Heights is a quiet community where neighbors know each other, and people tend to not lock their doors. The double murder of the Bernhardts, a well-liked young couple, changes everything.
A ripple of fear spreads across Billings. There is an unknown killer about, and no one knows if or when they will strike next.
The killer leaves behind one crucial piece of evidence: a stain on Linda's pants detectives believe to be semen.
Although DNA testing wasn't available in criminal investigations until the mid-1980s, police still recognize the stain as a valuable clue. Thankfully, they have the foresight to preserve it.
The evidence gathered is not giving any breaks or suspects, so they cast a wider net. Police take a hard look at the men in the area who've been convicted of sex crimes.
Without obvious suspects, the next step for investigators is establishing a time frame.
Now it comes down to the basics of homicide investigation.
Who saw the victims last? Did anyone in the neighborhood hear or notice anything unusual?
Detectives are again frustrated, with no leads of substance.
What's important to remember here is that these men haven't done anything wrong. They're only being questioned because of their past criminal history. Nothing else implicates them in this case.
Police also question people who know the victims, including some of Linda's co-workers.
But Linda had many co-workers and acquaintances. As the investigation looks wider, investigators are hopeful.
But no obvious motive or suspect emerges.
The fact that the couple is well-liked makes it even harder to zero in on a suspect. Linda's work should provide some detail or information to the stonewalled detectives.
By all reports, the couple is well known and respected.
No one seems to have an issue worth committing a murder.
Someone must know something about what happened on the night of November 6th, but no one is talking.
Based on the sexual attacks against Linda, investigators believe that she is the killer's original target. Her husband just got in the way. But who would want to kill the perfect couple, and why?
I was seeing this bra all over my Instagram feed. I'm sure you're seeing it too.
This is the most comfortable bra I've ever put on in my life. I love it because, one, it's not underwire. I hate underwire. It smooths out your back. It doesn't give you back fat or back rolls. You can wear this under a t-shirt and it wouldn't leave any marks or bulges. So not only is it super supportive, lifting and smoothing, but you have all that without an underwire and without a ton of padding.
So if you're looking at this and it's available, I promise you won't regret it.
Site-wide Memorial Day sale. Offer ends May 28th. A better banking app is right at your fingertips. Download Dave, and you could get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less, right through your phone. There's no interest, no credit checks, and no late fees. Because getting help shouldn't set you back. Switch to the banking app made for you, and you could get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. Download the Dave app now, or go to dave.com today.
Wow, is that really me? Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm just in love with the mirror right now. It's a facelift in a jar.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. We've created the best offer yet with our Memorial Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. People across the country look and feel years younger in minutes.
Here, I don't look 61 in 3 weeks, and this is only because of Plexiderm.
Holy
Like I look 15 years younger.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, try it this Memorial Day for only $14.95 plus get free shipping.
You should never be using traditional laundry detergent. Chances are you're buying a lot of water. And don't even get me started on the plastic. Instead, join the many other people who have already switched to EarthBreeze Eco Sheets. These are dissolvable detergent sheets that go in your machine's tub or drawer, and they dissolve in the cycle to clean your clothes. Plus, EarthBreeze's packaging is sleek, so it fits anywhere. And there's no plastic jugs. So it's time to make the switch at earthbreeze.com.
They're called Shynasty hammock underwear. Soft, sweat-wicking, breathable underwear with a supportive pouch built in. You'd think that underwear couldn't be reinvented. Then I found Shynasty hammock underwear, and I've not been able to wear another brand since. Shynasty hammock underwear will end your adjustments once and for all. You don't realize you need new underwear until you try these.
I'm on my feet all day. I'm up, I'm down. It's nice to have underwear that move with me to feel like they aren't there.
Love your first pair or they're free. Upgrade to hammock underwear at shynasty.com.
Ready to party? I'm talking about Jackpot Party, the #1 free-to-play mobile slots game in the world that always gives you more. Download Jackpot Party for free and get a 45 million coin bonus. Jackpot Party, a party in every spin.
Looking for a way to stretch the dollar? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices and tap to switch online. That's it. No phone calls and no wasted time. Go to Insurify and save today.
My friends call me Zam. I naturally hold a lot of stress in my digestive system, as a lot of women do. When I travel, I get constipated, I get really poop shy. When I started taking DSO1, I immediately noticed how much lighter I felt, vibrant, alive. It really helps me stay regular, and you're not bloated at all. I honestly recommend DSO1 to everyone.
On a snowy evening in Montana on November 6th, 1973, Linda and Clifford Bernhardt are brutally murdered in their own home. The crime scene is cleaned, and no motive is immediately apparent. Investigators believe the killer is someone the couple knows, but they have no obvious suspects. The well-liked couple's murderer has eluded everyone working on the case.
Clifford and Linda are unlikely victims. Cliff is a physically strong former soldier who is proficient with weapons. Having been struck on the back of the head, it's likely he doesn't see what's coming.
Adding to the mystery is the bowl of ice cubes on the table and the open windows. Determining the time of death is harder. Although investigators don't have a strong suspect yet, they're beginning to believe they have a motive. They discover something is missing from the crime scene. The killer, clearly up to something deviant.
One of Clifford's suitcases, along with all of Linda's underwear and some of her shoes, are missing from the crime scene. This, combined with the assault on Linda, points to a sexual motive. Clifford is at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Police consider the Bernhardts to be unlikely victims. Their lifestyle suggests they wouldn't normally be at risk of a violent crime.
Low-risk victims avoid trouble, do not have criminal acquaintances, are aware of their surroundings, and generally take precautions not to become victims. Based on photographs and the investigator's notes, the crime scene is unusually clean. There are no signs of a struggle. This indicates the killer may be someone the couple knows, but no one can think of anyone who has a grudge against them.
With no leads or obvious suspects, police begin questioning locals with criminal records.
A young couple has been murdered, and it's important for these men to cooperate with law enforcement, so they can be eliminated as suspects as soon as possible. However, sometimes even innocent people can become confused or flustered during police questioning, so it's critical that these men have legal support during the interviews.
Despite numerous interviews, police come up empty. All of the men questioned by the detectives have alibis, and their crimes don't match the evidence found at the Bernhardt's home. Running out of options, investigators turn to the FBI for help. The FBI forms its Behavioral Science Unit in 1972 in response to a disturbing rise in sexual assault and homicide cases. By studying crime scenes and interviewing killers and other violent criminals, members of the BSU have shown they can accurately profile an unknown suspect.
By analyzing the details of a crime, FBI profilers often identify important behavioral and personality traits of an unknown offender. Certain crime scenes reveal patterns that give clues about an offender's personality and lifestyle, which allows investigators to predict future activity. The FBI profile of the killer paints a picture of a man who is acquainted with the Bernhardts and may be infatuated with Linda.
But who is concealing this dangerous obsession? And how did he win the couple's trust? And where is he now?
Linda is the oldest child of 4. She has 2 brothers and a sister. Clifford has 4 sisters. Linda's sister, Kelly Reach, says Linda always wanted to be a school teacher and very much wanted to be a mother. The couple wants to have 2 children. Linda's friends describe her as feisty. One of her close friends, Kathy Keeper, said she could be a lot of fun and she had a good head on her shoulders.
Even though Clifford works for a concrete company and is known for his strength, friend Kathy Keepers says he is especially gentle, especially with his wife. He's also very funny and a people person who enjoys having friends around. Two clues of substance are the lasagna and the table setting. Someone was coming to dinner.
After a full day of their jobs, Linda and Clifford do the night shift at Linda's parents' carpet cleaning business. They also do the construction work on their new home themselves.
In spite of investigations into locals known to have hurt women, and after conducting hundreds of interviews, investigators still haven't identified anyone in the area who committed a similar crime.
Investigators build a case file of over 3,600 pages, but eventually they have to admit there are no new leads. The case goes cold. While the case idles, investigators wonder whether somewhere in the case files, with witness interviews and evidence gathered, an answer to the question as to who did this can be found. Kelly Wright, Linda's sister, says that the couple were just good kids. Young, starting their life out, they had a future ahead of them. And for whatever reason tragedy strikes, they didn't deserve this. If only the investigators had known that the Bernhardt's killer was among those grieving for them. But instead, it would take decades to know his identity.
Quince is quiet luxury at disruptive prices. Because beautiful things should be for everyone. With Quince, you can get more summer essentials, more high-quality materials, and more of life's finer things. Because quality should never be a luxury. Quince. Get $20 off your first purchase at quince.com.
Tired muscles and joints were keeping me from my family. Now I can be myself again. Blue Emu supports healthy muscles and joints.
Shop our expanded family of products at major online retailers.
Litter Robot has now solved the litter box problem for over 1 million pet parents around the world. Hi, I'm Brad Baxter, founder of Whisker and Litter Robot. 25 years ago, I inherited 2 cats and an overflowing litter box. I have a background in engineering, so I was thinking of ways I could automate the litter box process. The result was Litter Robot, a fully automatic, self-cleaning litter box. You'll never scoop again, and your cat will always have a clean bed of litter. Join the Whisker family and try Litter Robot today.
When was the last time you checked in on your heart? With Cardio Mobile, their personal EKG device, you can check it from home using your smartphone.
I use Cardio Mobile every day, sometimes twice a day.
Every morning I check, make sure I'm in good shape, and it makes me feel pretty good about my heart condition.
It's a complete game changer. I mean, you might as well be in a doctor's office.
There's a way that I can communicate with patients now in a way I never could before. They have their own EKG in their pocket.
With Cardio Mobile, you can take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. Cardio Mobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke. And it's the only personal EKG that's FDA cleared to detect normal heart rhythm, bradycardia, and tachycardia.
Having Cardio Mobile, it's a peace of mind for me.
Because you can't see your cardiologist every day, but you can see your Cardio Mobile every day.
Checking your heart anytime, anywhere has never been easier. Don't wait. Get Cardio Mobile today for just $79 at cardia.com or Amazon.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-795-7200. That's 800-795-7200. Again, 800-795-7200.
I was seeing this bra all over my Instagram feed. I'm sure you're seeing it too.
This is the most comfortable bra I've ever put on in my life. I love it because, one, it's not underwire. I hate underwire. It smooths out your back. It doesn't give you back fat or back rolls. You can wear this under a t-shirt and it wouldn't leave any marks or bulges. So not only is it super supportive, lifting and smoothing, but you have all that without an underwire and without a ton of padding.
So if you're looking at this and it's available, I promise you won't regret it.
Try risk-free. Free returns on all orders.
We're excited to do business with you, but before we sign, I gotta ask.
Sure, anything.
We searched you online, and maybe you can explain this?
Can't believe that garbage is still coming in. That is so false.
Frustrated with your online search results? Call Reputation Defender today to join tens of thousands who've improved their online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 1-877-866-8555.
Before I found Poppy Lush, I would try on a million outfits to get ready. I love that these dresses have shapewear built in. It makes me feel so confident. Live lush. Poppy Lush.
To prove that there is such a thing as free money, we give people a little sample of Ibotta. Hi, would you like to try a sample? What is it? Ibotta.
I can just take this. Is this real?
Yes, you're not allergic, right? Get cash back every time you shop with Ibotta.
My doctor told me I needed to start prioritizing my liver health.
Dose for Your Liver is a clinically backed supplement that supports healthy liver function.
My stomach feels a lot better.
He has more energy, he sees his grandkids more. Start your liver health journey today at dosedaily.co.
Coming up next on True Crime Network.
Linda Bernhardt and her husband Clifford plan to have dinner with her parents that evening. But when a snowstorm hits Billings, Montana, her parents end up staying at work late. Linda's parents then become concerned when their daughter and her husband fail to show up and work a scheduled night shift. Unable to reach her daughter by phone, Linda's mother drops by the following morning. She tries the front door, but gets no response. Then moves on to the back door. What she discovers is every parent's worst nightmare.
The crime scene is unusually clean. There are no signs of a struggle.
Despite hundreds of interviews, an FBI profile of the suspect, and the combined dedication of both the Billings and the Yellowstone County Police, investigators have no solid leads and no witnesses in the murders of Linda and Clifford Bernhardt.
When a case goes cold, it's incredibly frustrating. And crimes don't stop happening just because you're currently investigating one. Eventually, you have to turn your attention to other cases, but that doesn't mean you forget. Some crime scenes haunt you forever.
Although all signs point to the killer being someone the Bernhardts know, police can't find anyone who wants to hurt the well-liked couple, or who has a grudge against them. But there is something more to the investigation. A series of small events involving the mother that might have helped understand what happened.
Investigators discover that after Linda's mother finds the bodies, she's so upset that she starts cleaning up the kitchen while waiting for police to arrive.
Unfortunately, both the snowstorm on the night of the murder and the crime scene tampering make the investigators' work a lot more difficult.
Although detectives suspect a third person arrived for dinner with the Bernhardts, they will never be 100% sure. Any conclusive evidence has been lost.
One of the most crucial responsibilities of responding officers is preserving the integrity of the crime scene. The more people who interfere with the crime scene after the fact, the greater the chance the valuable evidence will be compromised.
As investigators struggle to piece together a crime scene and find a suspect, Linda and Clifford Bernhardt's funeral is held in the same church where they were married just 4 years before. Linda's sister Kelly Reich says the murders tear the family apart. She's a high school student when she loses her sister, and her life is never the same. She says it changes your whole life You don't know how to deal with it. Until it happens, you can't really understand it. With no suspects, no fingerprints or footprints, and no obvious motive aside from the sexual attack on Linda, the case goes cold. But even so, investigators never forget the young married couple who were slain in their own home. The one place they should have been able to feel safe. The detectives never stop trying to find the Bernhardt's killer. Some of the faces and the names change over the years, but the determination remains the same. In 1980, a famous mentalist called the Great Kreskin visits Billings. Investigators appeal to him for help with the Bernhardt's case. Born George Joseph Kresge in 1935, the amazing Kreskin is an American mentalist who becomes popular on television in the 1970s, though he always presents himself as an entertainer, never as a psychic. Police occasionally come to him for help with their toughest cases.
It's very unusual for investigators to resort to asking psychics or mentalists for assistance with a case. But when you run out of leads, you'll get help wherever you can find it.
Kreskin continues to help police solve cases into the 2000s. He teaches classes to law enforcement that focus on psychological techniques, and by 2015, claims to have helped solve 83 crimes.
It's unclear what the amazing Kreskin tells detectives, but whatever it is, they're no closer to solving the case.
Hopes by the officers in the Great Kreskin fade, and the case resumes being cold.
There's always value in reviewing old case files. No matter how thorough the investigation is conducted, there's always something that's been missed or deserving of a closer look.
But what was missed? The amazing Kreskin may not hold the answer to this tragic case, but science does. The killer may not be known, but there is new hope given by advances in forensics. It takes a few years more, but eventually technology will help detectives catch up with the killer.